Hello, welcome, hi everyone to I guess a really kind of special reading, at least for me, because I feel like maybe I'm not good at looking at topics, but I feel like this topic is not very popular and it's all about like your inner child's messages to you. So perhaps like some specific messages and guidance for you guys, because I really feel like our inner child holds the keys to like a lot of our self-development and healing and like our own authenticity and all of these things. So, yeah, we're gonna pick a deck, like a card here. We have three decks to pick from, and of course, if you feel called to like more than one deck, you can absolutely pick more than one deck. And if it doesn't resonate, it may not be your deck or not your reading for the day, because of course these are general readings, so it doesn't always apply to your very specific situation. So just use your intuition or whatever applies to your own situation, you guys. And I wanted to say thank you so much. Like lately my channel has been doing really well, and I really wanted to thank you for all of the support. And I see you, I see all of the comments, I see everything that you're leaving me, the likes, the everything. I'm so very thankful. So yeah, thank you so much, and I can't wait to just keep growing with you guys. On a side note, I wanted to say that I've updated my links, so I have now like a Ko-fi and I have a link tree to all of my socials. I made it like kind of more simple for you guys if you're interested. So thank you so very much. And before we jump into your reading, I wanted to mention once again that I have a bunch of socials. Yeah, I have a lot of projects coming up. I have a second channel, and a lot of cool things are brewing behind the scenes. So if you want to just follow with that, you can definitely follow me elsewhere. Or if you enjoy my content here on this channel, I publish every week. And if you don't want to miss out, click the notification bell. Okay, that was like a long intro, but whatever. Let's get into your reading. So, welcome, beautiful pile number one. You have picked the goblin. Now, right off the bat, it may be like, what kind of card is that? And I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. It may not be like the most aesthetically pleasing card in this specific deck, but you know, it's a very important card. So I'm going to explain to you what I'm thinking about doing right now. I'm going to just set aside these cards that I've picked in advance and pick like a few oracle cards to see like your overall energy from your inner child, or like just the vibe that they want to give you, like the messages or whatever. I don't know, I'm just being kind of open for that part. So we're gonna just shuffle. Okay, we have authority, and we have compassion. This may be kind of specific, but the both have like blue wings, and it's reminding me of like the lapis lazuli, the crystal, which is all about communication. Okay, so we're gonna check your cards now. We have, of course, obviously, the goblin, which, you know, like I said, it may not be the most aesthetically pleasing card in the deck, but it's a really important card and it's really relevant. So, you guys, we have orphaned, six of wands, and we have three of swords. Okay. I feel like you are probably very interested in the topic of inner child healing because your inner child is really hurt. You may struggle a lot with things like a like how can I say this, a low sense of self-esteem or self-confidence, abandonment issues perhaps. There is something about you kind of having this like this figure up. Maybe you're kind of playing the lone wolf card and you're like, wow, everyone hurts me anyways. Like your inner child learning to be alone because they don't want to be hurt or be very on the defensive. And I feel like this all stems from the three of swords right here. It says a lot of sadness, taking time to heal, and it says forgiveness, and then we have compassion. I feel like a lot of you guys, your inner child's message is, this is really specific. This is really specific, but it's like, I want us to move on and I want us to heal together. Like, I feel like you need to acknowledge the pain that you have been through as a kid, and this like little kid version of you is telling you like, I just need love, I just need to be loved, I just need to find myself, I just need to heal myself to step into my full power, whatever full power means for you. Of course, we have like, we have two powerful cards here in the middle. We have Six of Wands, which is all about like victory, good news, public recognition. This could be something like here we talk about wounded ego and pains from the past. This could really be something that is holding you back in terms of your lifestyle, your career, your endeavors, or your relationships in general. But this is definitely kind of slowing you down, and your inner child is calling you to just heal yourself, extend this compassion to yourself. And maybe for some of you also, this power that we're trying to reclaim is quite literally just it's quite literally just the power to be able to love others freely without being scared, to trust, to open your heart, to receive. Like, look at him, he's just like on his horse, he's receiving all of this praise. Maybe you really struggle with that, and that's fine. Like, I mean, it's not really your fault. I'm just not realizing that I need to turn on the lights, so just wait. Okay, my bad, you guys. I feel like I'm not used to the sun setting down so early just yet, so I'm in denial. It's like almost 4 p.m. and it's already so dark outside. Sad, very sad. Anyways, yeah. There's definitely a lot of healing that needs to happen, a lot of compassion, not only for yourself but for others. I feel like maybe, and of course I'm never going to tell you to forgive people who have severely hurt you, who have like traumatized you. That's not what I mean. But maybe for some of you guys, it stems from people not understanding you properly, people not being able to give you what you needed when you were younger for maybe like financial reasons or whatever. And to just kind of try your best to make peace with your past. Now, again, this does not, like, I'm not going to preach about forgiving people who have hurt you severely badly. I'm not like that. And of course, compassion and forgiveness is not the same thing. I think you just need to have compassion for your old self and for your past. And look at how this man is holding this woman, like just offering support and a place where this lady, she can rest her heavy heart on someone else just for a second. And I feel like you need to, of course, apply that for yourself, but also to whatever happened in the past. And you healing and you doing all of this beautiful work, which, I'm saying beautiful work, but sometimes it can be a lot. It can be very difficult. And it's going to lead you to more power, more authenticity, more success, wherever you feel like you are lacking. It could be with money, career, opportunities, relationships, or just overall your sense of self-worth, self-confidence. All of these things, you're really going to benefit from it. With wounded ego and orphaned, I feel like a lot of you guys need to start questioning maybe what are the defense mechanisms that you have put up with time, and what is worth keeping and what isn't. Now, of course, this doesn't give us a lot of clues, because everyone's journey and everyone's inner world is different. But for some of you guys, I feel like we need to address not only the roots of our problems and the causes, but also the root of a plant. So there's a plant growing from the root. Address the things that have grown from this too. Does that make sense? So for example, let's say when you were young, something happened. We need to connect with like that version of you who went through this, but then also the versions of you who grew up with this and developed different mindsets and perhaps mechanisms and habits and thoughts and patterns and narratives. And we need to address those too, because we are who we are today has been shaped by the things that have happened to us in the past. We are not our past, our experiences. We are just fragments of these pieced together. At least that's what I think, okay? That's what I think. Your past doesn't define you. It just explains kind of where you're at and why you're in this position and how you're reacting, partly. It serves no purpose, you guys, to comb through your past with like just pay attention to every single minor detail. I think the key element for you is just to have this shift where you can finally move on, let go, turn to the next page. I'm not seeing for you guys that you need to like heal in depth and review every event of everything that ever happened, I don't see that for you guys. You just need I think you just need a lot of support, compassion, affection, and love. And whether you can get that from people that you trust and genuinely care for you or for yourself, you just need to nurture yourself and this inner child version of you. They need validation too, they need to be comforted too. They're you are them. You both need that very much. It's a teamwork. But overall, I can see why this message is kind of heavy, but at the same time I think it's a good thing. It's kind of a good, it's a kind of a good thing because like I said, it's going to lead you to better things and to more of your own power. You are just reclaiming it back to yourself, which is always a good thing that we want to do. And especially for you guys, opening up your heart and everything, it will lead you to great things. Now, whatever blockages you have right now, I think for you specifically, it may be the only thing left to let go of, to release, in order to get whatever you're trying to build or manifest. Because I do see you seem like a very determined person, and your inner child like seems to kind of acknowledge it. You just need to take more care of care of your inner world, your emotions. Have a little bit of self-reflection and kind of see, okay, where do I fit? Where do I belong? Who am I? What do I want? With the orphan card, this is literally what it talks about. It's like being abandoned to yourself and not knowing where to go anymore. And maybe this is what happened to you as a kid, and this is why it's really important for you to just find a place where you fit, where you can have this support. I don't know if I'm seeing anything. Jeez, I can talk. I don't know if I'm seeing anything else. I don't think so. But definitely, I did get like a vibe of communication. So this could be communication with others because it will bring you a lot of great healing. Or it could be just writing down your feelings, writing down to your inner child. There's a lot of journal prompts about this if you're interested. Yeah, journaling could really help you. But I feel like in general, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen. There's a lot of things in your inner world that your inner child is calling you to look at. So on that note, I'm going to end your reading here. But please remember that it's not a negative thing. It's not a negative thing because it will bring you even more success and even more joy and happiness. So really, this work may be a little bit difficult, but it is so worth it, file number 1. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you so much healing and all of the love ever. Like I said at the beginning of this video, all of my links are down below, so if you're interested in more of my work, you can definitely check that out. And also, well, if you enjoyed this reading, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. I read all of you guys' comments, and like I said, I really love to build a community with all of you, so thank you so very much for sticking with me and supporting me. I appreciate it. And yeah, I post every week, so consider sticking around. I don't know, I'm not good for my intro and outros just yet. I'm gonna figure it out, I swear. We're gonna figure it out together. So wish you the best. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome pile number 2. You have picked this really cute, I love this card so much, the Fire Fairy. So immediately I love it. So, I love your file. I'm going to explain quickly what I'm kind of trying to do today. We have these cards that I've picked in advance, so we're gonna take a look at them. But before I do that, I'm going to see the overall energy of maybe your inner child, or just like the messages that they're trying to convey, because this is all about specific messages and guidance from your inner child. So right now I'm just shuffling some cards for the overall vibe. And I wanted to mention that this is a really like free flow kind of reading. We have freedom. What I mean by that is that whatever pops up will pop up, you know? I'm not trying to give a specific structure or whatever. I'm just trying to kind of like... Oh, okay. We have Make a Wish. So cute. I'm just trying to channel whatever I need to channel. So we have Make a Wish and freedom together. I'm gonna make them face each other because I don't know. I feel like it's cute. And then we have, of course, the Fire Fairy with creative action and optimism. We have, ooh, Truth Be Told. We have the King of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Ooh, wow. Oh, wait. That's so interesting. Okay, wait. We have Your Wish is Exhausted, and we have Make a Wish. Fire. And those, like, I know, not really, but like those, they both give me like airy vibes, which is like not connected, but I just thought it was interesting. So, like, it's as if this card goes with this card goes with this card, and this card goes with this card. Okay, that's interesting. We're gonna read them in this order. So for your overall vibe, I'm seeing that you are a very, like, it's giving me the sun card in tarot, which is like youth, optimism, joy. It has to do also with inner child, but like playful energy. 5th house, I think it is. You guys, last time I talked about astrology, I made a mistake, and you came for me in the comments, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think the 5th house is related to Leo. I am trying to learn astrology. I swear I'm trying, but if it's a mistake, just tell me. Okay, it's fine. I'm still learning. But yeah, it's giving me like 5th house, creativity, and all of these things, expression. So I feel like your inner child is definitely calling you to connect with that side of yourself that is kind of like more carefree and maybe like not as concerned with what others will think, just being more authentic to yourself. With Truth Be Told, it's literally like, be honest with yourself and live your own truth. I'm hearing the bells of the church right now. So maybe you grew up in an environment that was more restricting. It has nothing to do with religion. It could just be like growing up as an adult, we have restrictions and everything. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but maybe you have learned to kind of tone it down and everything because you're an adult now, or because the people you're around, like, you have a serious job, or or your family, or kind of stuff like that. And your inner child is telling you, like, No, it first of all, it doesn't make me happy, and it's not even the real you. It's not even what you want. It's not even who you want it to be. At the very core of yourself, you're a believer, you're a dreamer, you're a free spirit, you're a carefree person just flowing through life. And I feel like your inner child is calling you to realign with this side of you that is like the more authentic side of you. You know, I'm saying authentic with like my fingers doing this because I believe that we have many sides of ourselves, and sometimes they kind of clash together, but they are not less or more authentic. I believe that we just have different facets or aspects of ourselves, and we just need to learn to embrace all of them. So, okay, going into my next thing that I wanted to mention, with Make a Wish and wish come true and all of these things, you have a deep, deep connection to spirit, the world around you, your intuition, the dream world, whatever it may be, really. And I feel like as a child, you may have been like, uh, you know, sometimes we see like little children, they're so sensitive, they're such sweet souls, they're so compassionate, they're so like delicate with the world around them. And I feel like this is you at your very core, and you still have like this child like magic, this wonder in your eyes. And I feel like this is definitely a gift that you need to cherish, and especially when it comes to the things that you really desire. So it could be like a relationship or a dream, manifestations. Connecting with that side of you is really going to help you align with what you desire and clear the path ahead. This optimism, this open heart, this like carefree joy is really, it's giving the fool a little bit. You're just taking the steps and being like, magically I'll get there somehow. I don't know how, but yeah. And this is like, of course we can't do that like 100% because we live in a 3D world, so we always need to do a little bit of planning, a little bit of this and that. But just being able to trust that your wishes will come true, that you're on the right path, that this is your truth, that you know what I mean. And I'm seeing that this will bring you a lot of fulfillment, like a lot, whether it's in a material way, maybe, but I feel like it's more emotional. It's more emotional. You're gonna be so much happier and inspired and feel so much more connected with the world around you. I feel like this is kind of something that happens when we become adults. We kind of become numb to the things around us because we're kind of overwhelmed and we have a lot of things on our plate, and we disconnect slowly from the little magical things of everyday life. But for you, pal number two, your inner child is calling you to not do that. Like, don't lose it. She's looking up at the star. There's something about you that is so sweet. So sweet. Your faith is very sweet. Maybe you're like the kind of person that is really optimistic and everyone is telling you like, oh, you're not going to change the world with optimism. You're not going to, yes, like it's your very good heart and this strong faith that things are okay and that, magic happens that guides you through life. But now also, I feel like this is where we have the King of Wands to kind of balance it out. You definitely still need to have like this, it has the word idealistic, and I think it describes the situation kind of well. Seeing the ideal outcome, but not ignoring the obstacles or whatever could happen. We're just trying to see the better side of things. And it still has motivated, ambitious, focused, action. You definitely need to balance out this like this flow, this faith with at least a very good idea of what you want and a very focused mindset. I feel like this applies to every area in your life, and your inner child is definitely telling you to tune into the frequency of tune into the frequency of determination, but in a good way. So if right now you're in a space in your life where you're like, oh my gosh, I really wish I could, have this. I wish I could manifest that. I wish I wasn't stuck with this. Um, the answers are all here. This is a blockage that you're experiencing for very specific reasons. And with the fire fairy optimism, again, like it feels like the strength about you is how optimistic and carefree and joyful and free spirited that you are. And aligning more and more and more with that side of yourself, this authentic side of yourself, is going to give you so many like opportunities right off the bat, like a lot of opportunities. I'm talking about the King of Wands, like come on, the King of Wands. But also it's going to make you so much more happier, and if for some of you guys it could even bring some healing or deepen your relationships with other, because with the Nine of Cups, I'm seeing that in your emotional world, at least, you're going to be very, very, very fulfilled and happy and satisfied. Also with the two fire cards, I'm thinking about your actions that you're going to take. And one thing that I've learned in my life personally is that the more that you act from your heart, from what you really want, from who you really are, the better the things that you receive are, because they're aligned with what you really want. So this could be especially in relationships, this is especially relevant, but it doesn't have to be relationships. It could be with your job, it could be with your studies, with your life path, with even little things like hobbies and interests. The better it will be for you. So ultimately everyone is winning, like it's a win-win, and your inner child is really calling you to do that. I feel like they miss shining. They want to just be able to let go, play, have fun, come out, not be so restricted, because they don't really care. The truth is they don't really care, and they're telling you, like, do we have to care that much? I feel like for a lot of you guys, you may have big plans, big projects, and this is very positive, and you're definitely aligned with these big things. If your heart is calling you to do them, follow them, but don't forget to bring with you this superpower that you have, because this is what's really, really, really gonna make you succeed. So yeah, this is such a sweet message. I feel also like the fact that the owl is standing on a mask, like higher than the mask, we are pushing through, no, pushing, not through. I have behind, that's not it. That's also not it. We're beyond, okay. We're pushing beyond the mask, okay? Whatever doesn't feel true anymore, whatever doesn't feel aligned anymore, we're going past it, because the truth will always shine, even when we try to hide it. Like, we can't. I always say that a snake that sheds its skin is still a snake, so no matter how much you pretend to be someone else, you're still yourself at some degree, right? So don't forget that. And authenticity is such, you have such a beautiful superpower, and some people, maybe they don't like it, and maybe you've been pushed into, being more like realistic or whatever, but these people suck most of the time. They're just, I'm sorry to them, I really don't want to be mean, but honestly, like, these people, they're projecting their own limited beliefs on you, and that's not right, and that's their problem, it's not yours. And just shine your light and see how far it will take you. It's as simple as that. Focus on your own light and everything will be okay. So, gosh, I'm so sorry. I kind of roasted these people. I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean it in a mean way, but whatever. We have to stop caring what people think at some point. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for you guys. I wish you to really come into good terms with yourself, and to allow yourself to take space, your beautiful, really radiant energy, your vision, your perspective. I feel like these are all very precious things. And yeah, live in your own authenticity. It's amazing. All of the cups are overflowing. I feel like it's going to make you very happy and others very happy. So okay. So if you enjoyed this, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. I read all of you guys' comments. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm really happy to see how much my channel is growing, and I love to build a little community with you guys. So thank you so much for all of your support, your kindness. I've updated all of my links down below in the bio and in the comments. So if you're interested in more of my things, which a lot of stuff is coming soon, so maybe you want to check that out. But if you're interested, it's all linked down below. I also opened a Ko-fi, so if you want to like send me a coffee or whatever, you can really do that. This is kind of new for me, so I'm trying things out. So yeah, I post every week. If you want to stick out with me, just subscribe and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So if not, I'm gonna see you guys in the next reading. In the meantime, take care of yourself and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Hello, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm so happy that we have picked this card, the Novice, for your reading, because I really like this card and I feel like it was very fitting with childlike energy, very appropriate for an inner child reading. So speaking of the reading, let's get into what I'm gonna do. Basically, I'm going to see for specific messages and guidance from your inner child, but also right now I'm shuffling some cards to see like your overall vibes. So maybe overall vibes from your inner child or overall vibes from the messages. This is kind of a more open reading. The flow is the flow, and I'm just going to let whatever wants to come out just come out, you know. I'm not trying to force it, and I'm not trying to organize it too much. I just want things to naturally talk, you know. Whatever needs to be said will be said. Oh, okay. That's a lot of cards. We have Divine Mission with a rainbow, which reminds me of benedictions. Is that how you say it? Benedictions, blessings, maybe is more appropriate. Blessings. And we have, okay, wait. We have, no, not this card again. I still don't know if it, I picked this card like a while ago and I was like, I don't know. Oh my gosh, does it exist? I don't know if it exists in English. Well, it's I'm not sure, but it's basically like chilling out, taking it easy, thinking about it from a more rational perspective if you want. So I can't believe relativiser. I have no clue. If it exists in English, I'm so sorry. If it doesn't, I'm still so sorry because I don't know what it is. But in French, relativiser is like, you know, kind of facing a problem and being like, okay, chill out. We're gonna see solutions. We're gonna take it easy. We're not gonna turn it into this big thing or whatever. So these are your cards. Now I'm going to take the other cards. We have, of course, the Novice. We have Never Ending Story. Okay, and we have the Ego. And that's pile number 1 also had an Ego card. We have Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, wait, let me think. Because I'm still... Is that word in English? I don't think so. I'm gonna start with this card. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have this negative pattern from childhood that you have developed to get into very much of an anxious mindset when things start going slightly wrong, when things don't work out the way you wanted it to work out. And this is definitely your inner child saying like, we need to chill out. We need to chill out, because at your very core, you're not like this. I feel like you're naturally just more chill, more sensitive, more like, we have curiosity, sensitivity, warm, attentionate, all of these nice things. So I feel like you guys need to reconnect with like a side of you that is more chill, more put together, because maybe you're very, very anxious and we need to snap out of this anxiety because it's not serving us for a higher purpose. Like, it's not helping us out. But also with never ending story, this could literally be about self-criticism, negative talk, and repeating cycles of you punishing yourself, or you doing the same thing over and over again and suffering from it. And your inner child is telling you, like, we need to chill out. Like, we need to chill out, we need to snap out of it, because listen, listen, this is not serving us right now. This is not serving us. And I feel like maybe this is why we have the ego right here. I'm gonna switch the cards here. We have the ego, which is like, we have this man right here, and he's wearing a mask, and the angel, it looks like the angel is kind of approaching him to try to take it off. And the card says a false sense of being stuck, paying too much attention to material things, negative thoughts, or based on fear, which is really relevant to what we're talking about right now. And I feel like we're trying to step away from this. We are the ones repeating this cycle. We are the ones keeping ourselves in this like mental cage, but we don't have to be here. And this is maybe like, this could come from negative experiences from the past and everything, but it doesn't have to be this way anymore. It doesn't have to be this way anymore. And this is why I think we have innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, unstable curiosity. I feel like, I've read this a little bit. What I was gonna say is we need to learn to figure out a new way to approach things, approach problems, a new mental pattern, a new narrative. This is a journey, definitely. It is. It really is. As someone who used to struggle a lot with these things, it's hard to learn how to be more kind with yourself, to be more patient, to be more like not rational, but, not freaking out and all of these things. Also, I'm seeing paying too much attention to material things, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles literally represent your financial and material status. So I feel like you guys, for some of you guys, you may be in a situation where you're struggling a little bit because of these patterns and everything. And the universe is telling you, there's a message here about once you learn to let go, once you learn how to get past that stage, this is when you're going to find true, real stability, abundance created for yourself. And I feel like this is not just about material things, because we can have a lack mindset. I feel like we often hear a lack mindset when it comes to money, when it comes to your career and all of these things. You can still have a lack mindset with yourself, with your relationships, like saying, I'm not enough, like for opportunities. If you want to do maybe a creative project and just tell yourself, no, my art is not good enough, like no one would care about that. A lack mindset can not only just be a mindset, it can be a lifestyle, if that makes sense. And I feel like we need to snap out of it. Now, also, we have divine mission, I feel. Yeah. So for some of you guys, now I feel like this message is set in two parts. So I'm going to start with part one. For some of you guys, you have been called on this higher purpose, on this life path, on this something that you deep down it's calling you, and because of this never ending story, because of this like constant cycle and this constant like, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, you're blocking yourself from actually walking on this divine path that is meant for you, which is not serving you at all, because it's your path, so of course you're worthy, it is yours. So this is the part one. Part two is that if you're afraid that, maybe turns out maybe they were not two bars, but still, if you're afraid to mess up because of things that have happened to you, because you feel stuck, because you feel like the universe has let you down, the universe is telling you, no, we have not let you down. On the opposite, this is a moment for you to learn, to practice. There's something that needs practice, like a skill. This could be like emotional regulation, better communication. It could be other things, but this is a time for you to not only break a cycle, but to learn, to grow, to expand yourself. And it is part of your path. Like, this little bit of struggle here is part of your path, because ultimately it's going to lead you to something better, like a better version of yourself, a better life, better people, better money. I'm seeing here with the Queen of Pentacles. It says spending time with the people that you love, and approaching things with manière sensée, see, kind of like with a more rational approach, and facing challenges with comprehension. I feel like you're being called into, your inner child is calling you to reclaim this power that they crave so much. I feel like they're tired of always, getting the short end of the stick, being stressed out, being worried, being in this like surviving mode, being criticized. They're tired of never being enough. They're tired of never being able to figure out the right solutions. And this is your role, like, to step in and to work together. Together is really important. To work together, not against each other. To work together to create a new story, to create a new narrative, to create a new outcome. I wish I had picked the Magician, because I feel like you guys, the Magician is a really powerful card, of course. To me, it kind of gives out the message that you already have everything that you need. You just need to start working on it. And this is what I'm hearing with you guys. You have everything that you need to change a narrative. You just need to start working on it. And your inner child is definitely calling you to do that, because I feel like this is something that you've struggled with ever since you were very young. And it's time for you to just switch it up. So, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else for you guys. I feel like this was very straightforward and direct. So thank you very much for all of this clarity right off the bat. I loved it. Oh, I enjoy it when readings are so clear. Like, yes, thank you. It's so much easier to convey the message. So, on that note, if you enjoyed this reading, please consider liking, commenting. I read all of you guys' comments, sharing, subscribing. I post every week, so if you don't want to miss it out, you can subscribe and click the notification bell. If you enjoyed my vibe or my work, I have updated all of my links. It's down below in the comments or in my bio. I have a lot of projects coming up soon, so if you don't want to miss it out, you can definitely check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've opened a Ko-Fi. If you guys want to send me tips and coffee from now on, I accept it. It's of course not like mandatory, but I don't know. I'm kind of experimenting with everything, and I'm having a lot of fun. So thanks to you guys, and thank you for supporting me and my channel so much. I appreciate it, and I love it. I love how things are turning out for all of us. So yeah, thank you so very much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Take care of yourself and go change your narrative. You can do this. Goodbye, pile number 3, and I'll see you in the next reading.